All right, on to our final destination.
This is where another bad dips was, I think, or maybe after this.
I think you're too paranoid about these dips. It's okay.
No, I damaged my car last time.
It's
Hey,
not
what is
damaged.
that?
It's still fine. What do you mean?
Look at that generator. Wow. There's no stop sign for these cars. And the visibility is very limited because the other cars are parked.
Mm.
And they're coming at pretty high speed. Go, baby, go. There
Nicely done.
Perfectly done. I wonder how good the reaction time is with Tesla, Like as humans, like if we see a kid coming out or something behind the cars, we react really fast.
I think this thing can react faster now.
Really?
Yeah.
Has that been tested? Like has
Well,
anybody
yeah,
outside of Tesla done the test?
Yeah, I think they have. It often responds to things before I respond to them.
Understood at low speed, but at high
No,
speed.
even at high speed, anything. It can see people before I can. Obviously, it's not going to be 100%, but it's looking in every direction. Especially now with version 12, they don't have to do a round trip between the CPU and the GPU and the neural processing unit. They can just inference the model and get the result directly because planning and everything is happening on the inference engine. So that's improved the responsiveness a lot. Alright, next we're going to be making a right turn onto Miraless Drive in a quarter mile.
Watch out for the truck.
Yeah, there's a truck pulling into the driveway. It went around it nicely while there was other cars coming.
Wow. It's a pretty tight road. A lot of cars parked. But it navigates perfectly. Very impressive. Okay, once again, no stop sign for the other direction. Cars coming at high speed. It has to make a quick right turn. There you go. Now, that's exactly what I would do. Very nicely done.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. All right, now we're headed up PV Drive East in half a mile. That's the famous road where we did our Mercedes versus Tesla test.
Yeah, there's some really bad line movements in one area of that road. And as a human being, I usually slow down to like 15 miles per hour or 20 miles per hour. But the car.
No, that's
has...
PV Drive South. This is PV Drive East.
West. Oh, yeah.
We're going to take PV Drive East to PV Drive North.
Okay. Got it. Okay, so this is better. Yeah, this is where we did the Mercedes. Remember, like, what was it, like 40 or 50?
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, and it was scary. It was trying to kill us.
Mm-hmm.
The Mercedes, my God. And they call it, what do they call it again? Lane assist or whatever?
Something like that, yeah.
Look at how beautiful this drive is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this guy is like, I'm making a right or left. I'm making right. So let's see if it follows these guys, even though that's really, yeah, I did.
So it went over the line and followed them, which is good.
The other guys, yeah.
It's annoying when it gets stuck because it doesn't want to go over the line or something.
That's true. That's true. Even though technically,
so now we got to make a right turn, but it's blocked by that car. But it still did a good job figuring out when to go.
Amazing job. Good is an understatement. I'll tell you, a lot of drivers would not drive with this confidence.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely, if you think about like what a teen driver would do, like Zan, someone who's 15, it's obviously...
Or an old age driver.
Yeah, it's obviously much more advanced in some of its techniques.
Driving more like an expert.
Right.
As if it knows the roads.
Yeah. It's really like having a professional driver now that it's getting good.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah. I remember yesterday when you were driving, I was telling you, oh, put it on FSD, you know? And then I was like thinking, like, what did I just say? You know, human driver is not trustworthy. You were making too many mistakes.
I wasn't making any mistakes.
Well, you were speeding.
I was just driving quicker.
That's a mistake. FSD doesn't speed. Well,
it does a little bit. The appropriate amount.
Yeah, you don't get ticket for that kind of increase. If it's like within 10%. Wow, these are really sharp turns, Omar. I'll tell you that. And then the speed is... Oh, watch out. Wow.
Yeah, it
should actually slow down, but...
Did feel a little close to the rail there.
Yeah. But it knows what it's doing.
Hopefully.
Sharp turn coming in at 33 miles per hour. I would have slowed down to 25.
I guess it is technically better to drive closer to the rail than the opposing traffic.
True.
As long as you don't hit the rail.
I would have just reduced the speed a little bit more.
Yeah.
For the comfort of the passengers, not necessarily breaking any rules here because the speed limit is...
Well, I have it on assertive mode, so... It'll base the speed on the setting you set.
Yeah.
I kind of like how it's doing it. It's doing it quick. In the past, it could do this road, but it did it very slowly. Now it can really do it at human speed.
Better than human speed. I wouldn't drive this fast on these sharp curves. I slow down significantly on these shifters. So I would say definitely better than humans, faster than humans. I mean, no.
Well, I would definitely drive this faster.
You would?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the curves and stuff you have to take a little slower,
Yeah. Let's see.
but I would be
Like
speeding
here's
up
a
in
sharp
between.
curve. See, I would look, let's say 33, 32, 31. Okay, came down to 30 from 35, so it slowed down a little bit, which is fine. This one's not that
Sharp.
tight, yeah. So it's back to 35 now, 38, 39.
Here's a really sharp one. We're
Yeah.
making a 180-degree turn here.
Okay, let's see. It's called a hairpin turn.
So it is slowing down from 38.
39, from 39 down to 36, 34, 33, 32, 31. Yeah, that's pretty decently done at 31.
Slowing down a little for the cyclist, even though he's on the other side of the road.
Yeah.
All right, we made it through. Next, we're making a left onto PV Drive North. And then the rest should be pretty straightforward.
Yep. Okay, this divides into two lanes now. Stayed in the far left lane, which is actually where it should be because we're going to go my left here. So let's see which left lane it chooses. It should choose the one with the one car in it, right?
Well, there's also a car coming, so I think it didn't want to make a second lane change.
Oh, there was a car coming behind
Yeah.
us. Okay. Did you take this off?
Not yet. All right, we got the green arrow.
Very nicely done. Very nicely done.
All right, going around the slower cars. Very good. So here's an interesting situation where these guys want to turn right. They're actually offsetting, so they're not right in front of us, so it's a little bit confusing for the car. If it was kind of a naive algorithm with the forward-facing radar, it might not see them, it might think they're in a different lane. But the vision system is smart enough to understand how to respond.
Absolutely.
All right, just half a mile away from Crenshaw Boulevard, where we're going to make a left and head up the hill. Long line of traffic here. perfect situation for FSD when it's just a boring drive. You're just stuck behind others. Perfect time to turn FSD on and just let the car handle it. Alright, here's our left turn. See if we can get into the left turn lane.
Whoa.
Really close to that Corvette, yeah.
Yeah, why was the Corvette guy slowing down?
Yeah.
Unnecessary.
Yeah.
A mile ahead. There's so much gap between him and the other car. But I love the confidence of FSD. It didn't really care. It's like literally was like 12 inches from the car. So, yeah, I got enough gap. I can move.
Okay, it's getting into the right turn lane, which is incorrect, and now it's getting out. I haven't seen it make that mistake before.
I know.
When it's turning left, so.
Yeah, the car on the left was coming more towards us. It was like trying to avoid it.
Yeah, maybe.
Very nice. I'll tell you, excuse me, this is the fact that I'm falling asleep should tell you how comfortable this ride is where FSD is driving. That the passenger is not any more anxious about the computer driving the car. It's actually getting very comfortable that I'm yawning and falling asleep. And I would say 3 years ago, 2.5 years ago, when we got the first FSD, we said, you know, the self-driving cars already started. It's not going to be a light switch, right? It's going to come in slowly in pieces, and I think it's like at the last leg of it now to reach the finish line.
Yeah.
And once it crosses the finish line, then it's gonna be literally an explosion of FSD and self-driving cars, and it'll happen so fast that within few years we would say, you know, first of all, I think all the internal combustion engine cars, their resale value would go down to zero. Like literally nobody would want to own them anymore.
Yeah.
And because, you know, purchasing gas is now a choice.
Right.
Right? It's not, previously we didn't have that choice. You had to purchase gas, right, if you wanted to own a car. Now it's a choice.
Right.
So why would you make that choice when it costs you $100 a tank every time you fill it up? Which, you know, in California, it would be at least 4 times a month.
Yeah, and I think also it's just interesting, you know, we drove 30 plus miles today, went to Long Beach, went to San Pedro, then came back, so made 3 stops, drove 30-ish miles, and we didn't do any driving other than finding a parking spot once we arrived at the destination.
True.
It did all of the driving. Look at that, 3 Teslas in a row. And then another one. They're all going to be running this self-driving software, if they're not already. And, you know, people say, okay, well, when's it going to be self-driving? When's it going to be self-driving? It's already doing our entire day of driving for us.
Yeah.
We didn't do any driving.
Yeah.
It took us everywhere we wanted. So, you know, obviously there's still some times when you have to take over, but it's already here today in many ways.
True.
It's already able to do most of what you ask it to. Right, a little bit of fogginess here as we get back.
Fog doesn't bother it. For some reason, the cameras seem to see better than our eyes.
Yeah, not this level of fog. Maybe a more dense fog.
Yeah. But it does slow down significantly in dense fog. I had once FSD running, it was nighttime, dense fog, low visibility, and it slowed down. This is a 45 miles per hour road, and it was driving at 25, I remember.
That's
like,
smart.
Wow.
That's what it needs to do.
See, you're yawning too. When FSD gets boring, that means we're close to finish line. Right.
Yeah, it definitely does feel more boring. I don't record as many drives because it's just like, okay, it can do it, so what? You know, it's not that special anymore.
Exactly. Okay.
All right, we got to open the gate. There we go. Hopefully that worked.
Oh, no. It thinks it's a roundabout. Okay, go around, you dodo.
Let's give it a second chance.
Yeah. The gates are going to be closed by then. Oh, it's going to the street. Oh, no. Stop it, Omar.
Well, let's see what it does.
Well, it does dumb things. We're not going to encourage it. Now it's going to go on the street. Are you crazy? Okay, take over.
Okay. Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, these gates and the way this entrance is, it's not easy. And okay, that's okay. It's open. Go straight though. Go straight. Don't want to make a left. I guess that's fine too. 26. A little too fast for this road.
No, it says 25.
No way. It says 15.
It says 25. It thinks the speed limit's 25.
Oh, it thinks. Private road.
All right, so it got us all the way here. Couldn't get through the gate, unfortunately, although sometimes it does. It just depends on how quickly the gate opens.
Yeah.
The gate's really slow, so if it doesn't open quickly enough, then it fails to go through it. But overall, pretty good. Thanks for watching.
Thank you, guys.